Okay. That drop is completely preposterous. But one thing we want to do all week leading up to the Super Bowl this weekend, and some will be sports, some will not. But we're going to do a little football Super Bowl grab bag with Roberto. He is the king of the list. He is the king of the nonsense. And therefore, 7 or 8 minutes a day, a little Super Bowl preview as the week goes along. Let's see what Roberto has for us today.
All right, David, let me get a little bit of that big game music.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
I think this comes from Super Bowl I.
Was this Up With People?
My goodness.
Yeah, they performed at the Super Bowl.
What is this? This is Chiefs-Packers. Got Hank Stram in a Chiefs blazer.
That's right. Okay, so obviously halftime show is always a big thing every year, right? This Sunday we have Rihanna making her halftime debut. But do you know she actually turned down to perform in 2019? And that got me to looking into all the artists that have said no
to the Super Bowl?
To the Super Bowl halftime. And I did a little research on that. But another interesting fact before we get into that is how much does the NFL pay an artist for a halftime performance?
I thought the artist got nothing or had to pay to do it.
That is correct. $0 are paid to the artist to play the Super Bowl halftime. But NFL's perception of that is
value.
Yeah, for one, the NFL's agreement to cover all production costs is not trivial. Reports state these costs can exceed $10 million for the one performance.
All right, all I will say, and I know Rico will judge me, David will judge me, Kenny won't. I don't watch the Super Bowl halftime because I think they are complete wastes. I usually go to the bathroom, go get something to eat, make a phone call. I get as far away from the TV as possible. I think they are horrific.
It hasn't been good in years. I mean, that's my...
I was good with the Dr. Dre.
Last year was good.
It was okay.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
So what made it just okay, Roberto?
Whoa.
Well, I mean, I didn't see... they say they sometimes can exceed $10 million. I mean, I didn't think that set in that performance looked like a $10 million performance to me.
No. Anything's better than Prince, though, and I think we can all agree on that.
Let's
was a
continue. Good one. That was a good. It rained during Purple Rain.
You're right. You
can't
God
pay for that.
Was watching and said, "Here you go. Here's some rain."
Yeah.
Now it says even though the NFL is not cutting these artists a check, artists without exception have seen a spike in their record sales following the Super Bowl halftime performances. That I have to believe.
Okay, and that's fine, but let's also state that most of the artists who do the Super Bowl are hurting. They haven't had a hit in years.
Well, we talked about this beforehand.
Hold on. How am I wrong, David, when you say that?
Or they have some new project that they're about to come out.
So, okay, when was Rihanna's last album? Naturally, it would spike her album sales. She hasn't had one.
I'm saying Beyonce's done it. She ain't hurting.
She's never hurting.
No, but he said a spike, and I said most. She's an outlier. Let's face it. When they brought out the Over the Hill Rap All-Stars, all of them needed a boost, unless you consider Snoop Dogg and Bad Bunny in a commercial a new line of work.
That's the question we were asking before the show.
Eminem's got money.
Will we ever see another Super Bowl halftime performance by someone over 60 years old?
Yes.
Yeah, we will.
Yes, because the state of music is as such, none of the new idiots are going to be anywhere.
I'm sure we'll probably get the Rolling Stones out there
again.
Again, yes.
Wow. Yes. Bruce, again?
Why don't we dig up Prince? Do another one of those, what do you call it? The hologram routines.
Be better than anything
have against
else.
Prince?
That he sucks and he's wildly overrated and that you like him.
It's very pathetic.
See, you're just mean and hurtful. You just can't help yourself, can you?
Awful.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Awful.
He wrote like songs for everybody.
Yeah, including that hideous Batman theme. Next.
So here's some artists I told you that have declined the halftime show. Kanye West turned it down.
In hindsight, I probably worked out best for all parties
because
involved.
he would not do it for free.
Shocking.
Also, Nicki Minaj turned it down in 2019, but she did perform in 2012 with Madonna. But when asked to do it by herself, she turned that opportunity down.
David, how would you explain a Nicki Minaj performance to your sons? That would be my question.
Hey, check this out.
Hold on. Hey, Dad, what's going on? And Roberto explaining it. Roberto 3 inches from the TV.
1 inch.
Kids, everybody out the room. Now.
Can't you see that Dad's busy?
Close the door.
Eyes 3 inches and everything else 3 inches.
Dad, what's an anaconda? All right, let's move it along.
All right, someone who's just inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Dolly Parton. When Katy Perry asked Dolly Parton to make a surprise appearance during the 2015 show, she declined,
Thank God.
saying her husband was not doing well, so she had to turn it down.
But why?
What do you have against musical acts?
I don't know if Dolly Parton needed it though.
And that's my whole point is when you are done, you're done. Go enjoy the beach. I don't need to hear from you.
But when people still want to hear your music,
Who walks around going, God darn, I got to hear some Dolly Parton today?
she's got her own theme park.
You know what? For losers.
Oh,
You know who goes to that theme park? People in
People who
NASCAR
love-
jackets.
people who love Dolly Parton.
Yeah, like I said.
What do you- yeah, so what? If the person he can come out with a song and then that's it. Go retire.
When your
and then be
career
done.
is over, it's over. You had a
your
great
career
run.
is
Enjoy
over
it.
when you're dead.
Don't be Jerry Rice with the Seahawks. Nobody wants to see it.
But a singer can sing until they die.
Can they?
Didn't Springsteen just
Yes,
go on
they
tour
can.
again?
He hasn't been able to sing in 20 years. Sorry, Stoney.
And yet Stoney still goes to watch him.
No, and by
Right.
the way, did you see Springsteen's biggest fan group is boycotting his shows because he's also price gouging his tickets?
A lot of money.
Springsteen, I watched that
So when was
interview.
the last time you went to a concert?
Oh, years. I hate them. They're awful.
See, this is the whole crux of
Concerts
the thing.
are awful.
He hates concerts.
I hate them.
So he wouldn't like the halftime
He
show.
hates
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
No,
Wait,
I
you're
don't-
still alive and singing? You're a loser.
Right. Hey, up next, we've got your favorite. You know, what are we going to do? Dig up Bing Crosby for the next one?
I kind of agree with Mike. I mean, it's been years since I went to a concert and walked out going, "Oh my God, that was life changing. It
Then
was the
why do you
greatest
keep
thing
going?
Because I'm an idiot."
There it is. The most true thing I've heard.
You know what?
Pull
Gotta be
that.
honest with you. Went in with low expectations, went to Elton John, was like, wow, this is pretty good.
No, I did hear that was good. I heard there was like some CGI
I'm sure it was a real
stuff.
thrill seeing an 80-year-old up on stage. Next.
Here we go.
Maybe Dua Lipa can hold his oxygen mask.
That was
2000
the finale.
2001, probably the biggest group in 2001 turned it down. The Backstreet Boys turned that down. And after they declined 2 seconds later, who did they get to take their spot? The second call was to NSYNC.
For real?
Yeah, and then they remember they had Aerosmith, Britney Spears, Mary J.
Okay,
Blige.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yes,
Remember
yes,
that
I
one?
do now. Yes. Oh my Lord. Who wants to watch any of this?
I know. It's crazy.
What do you do at halftime?
I told you, you get up, have a little snack, take a pee-pee. I don't know, do something. Take a dog outside, whether they need to go out or not.
It costs you nothing to watch this stuff.
It costs me my sanity. It's awful. It's lip-syncing garbage.
Now, see, I did that. I think I was making a plate of food, and then I missed I missed Janet Jackson. So sometimes you might want to watch.
See, that
you know?
stuns me. I thought you would have had that thing on pause.
Roberto's. We'll still tell you this, Roberto. The biggest spike in TiVo history
Wow.
was that moment.
Really?
Yes.
Fascinating. That's why he matriculated at Cambridge. Did you visit Harvard or just get in? Did you visit?
No.
You really?
Would you have joined the Lampoons?
You
Next.
need another artist that
Yes, right.
declined.
More Super Bowl halftime as we prepare for the big game this weekend.
All right, so another group that turned it down in 2004 was Outkast. And the reason they turned it down was the NFL wanted to edit some of their music and cut down the lengths of some of the music. And they said no.
You know what? I respect that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then later on, Big Boy was joined a couple years back. I think he was in the halftime show.
Well, I thought they just banned him for his part in Four Brothers.
That's not Big Boy. That was Andre
I don't remember.
3000.
Yeah.
That was the other one.
They are a group. I was making a statement. Oh, unbelievable. He was horrible in that movie. How did Mark Wahlberg ever sign on to do that film?
Because Mark Wahlberg is also horrible in every movie he does.
Fair.
Yeah, he always has that same confused look at some point in the movie, no matter what.
I was actually happy when Jackie died in the movie. Let's get this thing moving along.
Right.
Bury him in the lake, too. I've had enough. Victor Sweet.
I'll give you one more.
That was so bad.
That movie's horrendous. That movie or anything Prince has ever done? Push.
Oh,
please.
He made a
Still
lot of
one
bad
of my
movies.
biggest regrets. I missed his final concert.
Yeah, it's a shame.
A lot of bad movies.
I got good news for you. You can pop in you can go to Spotify. You'll be
Wasn't the
fine.
same. Everybody who went all said wasn't the same. I missed out.
Okay.
I think that Mike would agree with this artist that turned it down in 2017, and that is Adele, because she said, first of all, I'm not doing the Super Bowl. I mean, come on. That show is not about music, and I don't really dance or anything like that.
Right. And again, this is the whole point. It's all theatrical nonsense. Didn't they throw Lady Gaga off the roof on like a guy wire? Wasn't that what they did at like Reliance
Started off,
Stadium?
And you want to know a little fun fact?
Tell me.
The Simpsons predicted that.
They did. They sure did.
They actually had a Simpsons where Lady Gaga was on the roof of the Super Bowl and came flying down. And it happened in real life.
That sounds like this year's performer. That sounds
One
good.
more and we move along.
All right, who's somebody else that turned it down? Much in the vein of a Nicki Minaj. Cardi B turned it down in 2019.
Oh, God. All of America's parents having to explain to their kids what WAP means. And no, it's not a derogatory term for Italian people. It's something way different.
Yeah, when did that change?
Whoa.
Uncle Rico explaining to his nieces and nephews.
Yeah, my dad used to say that all the time, but I guess it
All
wouldn't
right,
work.
it meant something totally
I
different.
think that's enough now.
And that's a great place to stop our Super Bowl week preview festivities.
Got his mic off.